we don't stand tall right now, we are all going to be in trouble. We are all going to be in jeopardy of being replaced by machines.
So Fran Drescher is the president of the Screen Actors Guild, and this week she berated multi-million-dollar executives for what a lot of people think is the unethical use of AI. Why? Because it feels like they're trying to erase human beings out of the entertainment industry. The actors' strike started on July 14th.
Are you in support of the strike? And then
Absolutely.
would you be prepared to strike as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's absolutely unacceptable. We can't have that, so we got to figure out something that is fair.
It's, I think, a very important time in these negotiations for both the writers and the actors to kind of set the ground rules for the future, because so much is changing so quickly.
We'll give you a quick rundown before we watch the video, because Fran, oh, she's going off. She makes me want to break something.
So the writers' strike has been happening, and we've heard murmurings about it. Now, the actors are also joining in, starting now. And at the very center of all of it, it's AI.
You guys know those scenes where there's a big crowd of people, like in New York or something? Those are movie extras, right? Those people get paid about $150, $250 a day to be in the background, but they're on set all day, waiting to get their foot in the door in the entertainment industry.
Let's do this.
Now, these executives are trying to put out these contracts like, hey, you want to be an extra in a movie film? Well, why don't you come in, let us scan your face, and then we'll give you $200 and we own your image forever. And then you're not really even going to be in the movie. We're going to scramble up a version of your face into this randomized AI thing that's not even you, but we own you.
It's so messed up. And it's not just the background actors, it's also people that you might think of as like your favorite actor, the people that you think of on screen, and all those people are on strike. They're not going to work. We're not going to have TV or movies for who knows how long. I'm so excited to hear this.
Thank you, Duncan, and thank you, everybody, for coming to this press conference today. It's really
We're
important
here, Fran.
that this negotiation be covered, because the eyes of the world, and particularly the eyes of labor, are upon us. What happens here is important, because what's happening to us is happening across all fields of labor by means of when
Ooh, this part is so crazy to me because she's speaking for everyone. She's speaking for everyone's jobs that are affected by AI. You know, we kind of put actors on this pedestal like they're, you know, these big celebrity players. It's crazy to see somebody like that fighting for a lot of people whose jobs are in jeopardy because of AI. Like, she's not just fighting for herself right now. She's fighting for everybody.
That's right. It's like her way of being like, this is you all too. You're feeling this pressure. Oh, and that pressure's there.
Wall Street and greed their priority, and they forget about the essential contributors that make the machine run. We have a problem.
People versus companies right now.
We are experiencing that right at this moment. This is a very seminal hour for us. I went in earnest thinking that we would be able to avert a strike. The gravity of this move is not lost on me or our negotiating committee or our board members who have voted unanimously to proceed with a strike.
I got chills because she's saying like, this isn't like quiet quitting. I think this is the very important thing about strikes, especially with actors and writers. These are artists who want to work. They're saying this is unfair. We want to be doing this job. And the fact that they are going on strike is gotta be crushing for them. They're actors, they're artists. They want to be doing this, and they're saying, you're not letting us safely.
There's contracts that they got last year for movies that they were so excited to be in, and now those sets are empty because this is serious.
And she's talking about labor. We're talking about not just the actors. Think about everybody on set. That's caterers, costume designers, audio people, camera people. All those people are being affected by not going forward with these movies and TV shows.
It's a very serious thing that impacts thousands, if not millions of people all across this country and around the world. Not only
and not just
members
movies
of this union, but people who work in other industries that service the people that work in this industry.
Nurses, laborers, customer service,
lawyers.
We came to this crossroads, but we had no choice. We are the victims here. We are being victimized by a very greedy entity. I am shocked
Yes, girl.
by the way the people that we have been in business with are treating us. I cannot believe
Yes.
it, quite frankly.
Oh, yo, I felt that in my bones.
She going war chief on us right now. She really is.
Yeah,
She's
she
speaking
is.
for everybody.
Yes, this is like the army general speech in a movie that she has not done yet, but she's doing it IRL.
Yeah, did you ever think the nanny named Fran would be the one to speak for the people against AI?
Wasn't on my bingo card, but here we are. I feel like she's talking about a very specific executive when she says that. This feels personal, right? Like these are people that she has worked with. They've greenlit shows and TV shows and movies that she's been in. They've probably had dinner together. She's like, Paul, I know you're listening.
Yep.
I can't believe you're doing this to me right now.
After 10 years, after 20 years. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be pissed too. All over money.
How far apart we are on so many things. How they plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right when giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs. It is disgusting. Shame on them.
Sing it,
They
girl.
stand on the wrong side of history at this very moment.
That's gonna be the moment, Bose.
Yep.
Okay, so my dystopian side goes like in 50 years when all the stuff that we watch on TV and movies is all AI. This is the moment that's gonna get cut back to Fran Drescher standing up for us.
Like, I was thinking about this the other day because even the co-creator of The Matrix, Lily Wachowski, she's been speaking out against AI. And this is somebody that wrote a whole film that was commercially successful about robots using human beings as batteries.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely saying something. She's got to be like, wake up. I've been saying this for years.
We stand in solidarity, in unprecedented unity. Our union and our sister unions and the unions around the world are standing by us as well as other labor unions. Because at some point, the jig is up. You cannot keep being dwindled and marginalized and disrespected and dishonored. The entire business model has been changed by streaming, digital, AI. This is a moment of history that is a moment of truth.
She had the sharpness when she said AI.
Yeah.
It was sharp, bro. It was sharp.
You can really feel when she says disgusted because it reminds me of the first episode of Black Mirror, the newest season, where AI could really put actors in anything that they want and they're not protected. And that's exactly what they're fighting for. They're not protected. The execs are saying, oh, I don't know where AI is going, so we don't want to put any parameters on here yet because who knows about the future? And all they're asking is please just support us and keep us safe.
It's not enough that the actors have to be worried as is about people online putting them in precarious or even disgusting or sexual situations. That's something they kind of have to just stomach, even though 20 years ago when they got into the industry, they had no idea this was coming. They had no idea the internet would be like this. But that's something they have to deal with. And now the executives are trying to take their name and face for free. Like, the only thing that made all that shit worth it probably was them getting a big check. And now they're like, well, we own your face in perpetuity.
And the scariest thing
Deal
is
with
it's going to trickle down. You know it's going to. Yes, they're actors and their faces are public, but what if this starts to trickle down to regular people? All of us have iPhones or phones with cameras and all that stuff. And it's like, that's a lot of data being inputted. And so think of this trickling down and how AI data could be affecting, you know, just regular folks like us.
If we don't stand tall right now, we are all going to be in trouble. We are all going to
Standing
be
up. I'm
in
standing,
jeopardy of
Fran.
being replaced by
Girl.
machines and big business.
War chief!
Who cares more about Wall Street than you and your family? Most of Americans don't have more than $500 in an emergency. This is a very big deal, and it weighed heavy on us. But at some point, you have to say no. We're not going to take this anymore. You people are crazy. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Privately,
it
they
feels
all
so
said we're the center of
personal.
it. Everybody else tinkers around our artistry, but actions speak louder than words. And there was nothing there. It was insulting.
That sounds like a personal conversation. She said, we came together and there was nothing there. When we talked to the executives, there was nothing.
Yeah.
That conversation is what sparked all of this, and it's what drove her passion, and I'm here for it because we need somebody to speak for us. I think that Fran Drescher is one of the first representatives of a large industry that's going to start speaking out against AI on behalf of humanity. And it's crazy that she was the first, but I'm here for it because she's killing it.
This is history. This is history.
Yeah.
In strength and solidarity and unity with the largest strike authorization vote in our union's history.
Just a little fact. It's been 60 years since there's been a double strike like this in Hollywood with writers and actors coming together at the same time. It's been 60 years. So this is huge. It's big. And like, yeah, Hollywood, this and that, but we all watch stuff. That's how it affects us. We're gonna like not see stuff for a little bit. It's gonna be all Survivor, you guys.
Yeah.
And I say that from somebody being on Survivor, so, you know.
And we made the hard decision that we tell you as we stand before you today. This is major. It's really serious. And it's going to impact every single person that is in labor.
Oh, she's scaring me.
We are fortunate enough to be in a country right now that happens to be labor friendly. And yet we were facing opposition that was so labor unfriendly, so tone deaf to what we are saying.
Yeah.
You cannot change the business model as much as it has changed and not expect the contract to change too. We're not going to keep doing incremental changes on a contract that no longer honors what is happening right now with this business model that was foisted
Happens
upon
so
us.
fast.
What
Yeah.
are we doing? Moving around furniture on the Titanic? It's
Girl,
crazy.
give it to him, girl.
So the jig is up, AMPTP. We stand tall.
Okay.
You have to
Hell
wake
yeah,
up and
Fran.
smell the coffee. We
Let's fucking
are
go.
labor and we stand tall and we demand respect.
Yes.
And
Yes.
to be honored for our
Yes.
contribution. You share the wealth because you cannot exist without us. Thank you.
Yes.
Girl, put her
That's-
in the election. Put her in the election.
Let's go, Fran.
That was like genuinely powerful.
Yeah.
When we started working on this show, I really came into it very optimistically, and I still am. I think that there are ways that humans can work collaboratively with AI on art. Like maybe you put something into Midjourney, but then you send it over to an editor and they really beautify it and perfect it using the human eye. But there are aspects of AI that are coming out now that I genuinely believe are a direct threat to human art. That's what makes us human. I mean, have y'all seen Equilibrium? They took away all the art, then everybody was just sad and shit.
Sad, mad, confused. I'm still in the camp of like AI tech isn't going anywhere. There's probably going to be so many facets where it is going to be helpful in a lot of industries, but for me it's always going to go back to humans. It's going to always be our decision and our choices of what we do with this technology, the same way as like internet has made a lot of things better, but in a lot of ways it's how we are going to use it and how we impact it. These are executives literally choosing AI and I don't know what's gonna happen, I just want to keep my bag, over human beings that they know and have worked with. And Fran has been in conversations, meetings all freaking week being like, hey Paul, can we come together? And Paul being like, I don't know, I think I'm more interested in like what could happen. Sorry, Fran.
It's so personal, but hey, like I said, put her in the election. I'm down to have Fran fighting for us. We need somebody.
Yeah, every industry needs a Fran.
Look, AI is scary. You don't have to do it alone. Walk with us. We're scared too, but at least you're not alone, okay? We got a couple more videos coming up on AI companions, the weird world of AI dating, more things on the entertainment industry. Subscribe, follow along with us if you want to.